Joe Cass, 71 Charger, RT44, 55 rear automatic TorqueFlite.
What is that? It's so big. That's what she said. 1973 Buick Riviera. And no, this isn't your typical pure stock racer, but that's what makes it so cool. And if you don't like it, you. If you didn't already notice the badging, this car is hiding just a tiny little secret under the hood, and it goes by the tune of
455 cubic inch Stage 1 V8.
You guys remember the cartoon Captain Planet, where all the characters would combine their special powers to form Captain Planet? Well, the Stage 1's the exact same thing. Except in this case, it was creating a super badass engine.
Special camshaft.
Oversized valves. Heavy-duty valve springs. 323 posse. With your powers combined, I am Riviera Stage 1. And even though it only had a compression ratio of 8.5 to 1, it was still able to turn out 260 net horsepower, and hang on to your pants, 380 pound-feet of net torque. Man, if I was Captain Planet, what special powers would combine to make me?
Alcohol.
Insomnia.
Laziness.
Regret.
With your powers combined, I am Captain Shit Show! Inside, you'll find a Turbo 400 3-speed automatic transmission. And that's all you get. There were no manual transmissions available in the Riviera that year. And that's because Riviera owners were sophisticated, and sophisticated people don't shift their own gears like peasants. Wow. As I already mentioned, 323 gears were standard with the Stage 1, but this one has a tasteful upgrade and now features a set of 342 rear gears, and that should pair up very well with all that Buick torque. Now we're going to talk about the weight of this car, and it is dramatic.
In a world, the 1973 Buick Riviera with driver weighs 5,044 pounds.
They didn't make very many Rivieras like this. There were only 1,234 total Stage 1 cars produced in 1973, which is surprisingly rare considering the Stage 1 package was only another $139 on top of a car that retailed for over $5,200. Fun fact for you guys, in 1973, Buick offered something called MaxTrack in the Riviera. It was a system that detected wheel spin and then would limit ignition, therefore decreasing acceleration. It was pretty much like a modern day traction control, but it was $100 and it didn't sell very well, so they pulled that option after 1973. The more you know. 1971 Dodge Charger RT. And even though this car is lighter than the Riviera, it still isn't that light. 4,224 pounds. Fortunately, this thing has a 440 cubic inch V8. Unfortunately, by 1971, compression ratios were going down the toilet faster than Katherine Heigl's career. Who? Exactly. But you know what? Dodge said, "F you, environment, we're gonna keep this party rolling one more year!" So for 1971, the compression ratio was still 9.7 to 1, and this thing was rated 370 gross horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. Inside, you'll find a TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic transmission, and look at all of that room. It's a good thing this thing's got rally suspension because your boy gets his car rocking all the time. I'm talking when I eat McDonald's by myself and cry. Out back is a somewhat conservative set of 355 rear gears. And like my parents have always said to me about my life choices, we're not angry, we're just disappointed. The Charger RT was somewhat rare in 1971. There were only 3,118 examples produced. Car and Driver magazine tested one of these Chargers in March of 1971, and it ran 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds and the quarter mile in 14.8 seconds at 95.7 miles per hour. And since this car is a very original survivor, why don't we see if it can match those numbers?
Next up, Joe Cass, 71 Charger, RT44, 55 rear automatic TorqueFlite. And no, the windows to the Rivi, 1470 model. It is mild, it's on 1 No! The win goes to the Rivi, 14.
In the first round, it's the Riviera taking the win, running 14.70 seconds at 93.20 miles per hour. And in the other lane, it looks like the Charger was having some issues, crossing the line after 15.30 seconds at only 80.50 miles per hour. Let's see if that Charger can sort out those problems and rally in round 2.
1 miles an hour. Boat tail Riviera, owned by Clark The Rivi wins 1478 to losing 1574. Up against Bill Pass with 71 Charger 440 automatic. The Rivi wins 1470.
And once again, the Riviera takes the win, running 14.78 seconds at 92.87 miles per hour. And in the other lane, the Charger looks like it's still having some persistent issues, running 15.74 seconds at only 74.34 miles per hour. And is the Charger the quickest car around? No, but it's usually quicker than this. Why don't we check out a typical run from a few years ago? A mid-14 run is more typical for this Charger, but because of those mechanical issues, he did not run in the third round against the Riviera. Regardless, the Buick said, screw it, I'm going anyway, so let's check out that final solo run.
Looks like Clark from Illinois is going to make a bite on the Riv.
And in the final round, the Buick runs its quickest time yet, a very impressive 14.63 seconds at 93.27 miles per hour. And that is definitely hauling for a car that weighs over 5,000 pounds. A huge thanks to both of the owners for bringing out these cars. It was absolutely awesome seeing them on the drag strip. I'll catch you guys at the next one.